to feed our the wellness for our physical body. Now we're going to talk about molecules, how to feed the financial abundance part. Okay? So I'm going to go over each and every category, and I'm going to break it down for you on how one should look at this compensation plan. So because of time, what I will do is I will do mostly in English. And then your leaders are very well versed in this compensation plan, the Chinese speaking ones, so they will go over that with you in Chinese. But I'll because of time, I'll do it in English. And here and there, I'll squeeze some Chinese in. All right. So now, as you know, there are multiple ways that you can generate income in this compensation plan. I'm going to go over the global way. In some of the countries that we're not yet on the ground, it will be one of the categories called retail commission. When we're not on the ground, there's no retail, only for your personal consumption. Okay, but I'll go over the 6 ways that you can generate wealth here, create abundance, I should say. All right, now number 1. All right, okay. Oh, looks good on the screen. Okay, number 1. Now you can look at my handwriting. Let me download really beautiful handwriting here. Okay, number 1, it's called retail. Retail commissions. It's called frequency. All right, so basically this is for the markets such as like Indonesia, Hong Kong, and United States of America. So when you have a website, you can share with your friends and customers, and when they go to your website, they look at the video, they like what they saw, and then they're gonna purchase the product. So when, as a customer, when they buy the product, they buy at retail. And you, as a brand ambassador, you get it at wholesale price. But you, unlike most conventional businesses, you have to buy yourself and sell it to them. You don't need to do that. When they go to your website to place an order, the company will drop ship it for them. So whatever the price difference is, that's your retail commission. Okay? So retail commission average between 20 to 30%. So that's retail commission. Okay? So again, that's only for the markets that we're on the ground. Okay? Now number 2. Whoops, what did I do? No, excuse me. Technology. Oh, Patrick, what happened? It disappeared from my screen. Did I erase it? Okay, it's fine. I'll rewrite it. You know, my son tried to, when I tried to do Zoom one time, some of you laughed, I was doing a napkin. I spent $2,000, bought this whole thing. And then my son said, Mom, imagine, this thing is like a big wide world. You write it? And I said, well, what are the stuff? It disappeared. Don't worry, Mom, it's all over the place. So let me try to find this. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna do this. 1, retail commissions. Okay, all right. 2, it's what we call, what's the number 2? It's what we call, as you introduce this platform to other people, I simply call it introductory bonuses. When you share this platform with other people, when they say, you know what, I really like what I saw, I'm gonna buy a package myself for my family, for myself to use and to share. So that's what we call introductory bonus. The terminology the company uses is called PIB, okay? PIB. PIB stands for product introductory bonus, okay? So whenever people buy a package, what comes with the package, the initial package they purchase, it comes with a bonus. So depending on the size of the package they purchase, it ranges anywhere between a $25 bonus all the way up to a $350 bonus. It's a one-time thing, okay? And all the packages, besides the bonus that comes with it, it also comes with a point system, what we call CV, okay? Commissionable volume. So I'm gonna introduce some of the language, the molecule language of the compensation plan, our beautiful molecules. So I'm gonna explain that shortly, okay? All right, now number 3, this is really beautiful, is that as you continue to build the business, as you continue to develop your sales organization, whenever somebody buys a product, whenever they buy packages, you will have the opportunity to get something called overriding commissions. Not only based on your own effort, but it's about the effort to leverage effort of other people that's on your team, okay? So this is what we call our what I call it team commissions, or I call it cycles, okay? Cycles. I remember when I was building in this industry, cycles are my son was very young, and we were in Korea at that time, and my son was on stage, so, Mommy, Jago, Jago, Jago. Because he's very young, he couldn't say cycle. Mommy, Jago, Jago, Jago. So, all right. So now that 20 years old, mom, please don't tell that story. Cycles. Now, that cycles is your team commission. And the way we work it, and I'm going to explain shortly, but I'm going to do it from a big picture standpoint. I'm going to explain in detail what it is. And in a team commission, the cycles, the maximum one can earn is anywhere between 70,000 a month USD to 108,000 a month. Not ringgits, US dollars. Now, what is 108,000 USD a month? What is that in ringgits? Huh? Ooh, you'd be like walking like a queen and king. $500,000 ringgit a month, okay? How many of you like, I can live with that? How many live that? No money guarantee in any form, shape, or way. But there's definitely a possibility. Everything potentiality exists. Okay, all right. Now, so 100,000 a month, that would be about 1.2 million a year, right? Yeah. Okay. So that's the max, because I'll explain to you why that is. Now people go, wow, meaning the maximum you can make is $1 million a year? No, baby, there's more. Okay, there's a lot more molecules. As you explore, there's a lot more molecules. All right, I love that, Dr. Dan. All right, so we're gonna call you Dr. Molecule in products, and then we're gonna have some numbers molecule doctors. All right, so how do you make more? How do you make more besides the cycles? And this is where leadership come in. When you help develop other people, you would do this business is really beautiful. When we design this compensation plan, we want to design in a way that it rewards people who are doing part-time. We also want to reward people that are really, like they are in the forefront of an opportunity. They go out there and they share, they go out there and they build. We want to have a reward for that as well. And we understand that a lot of times in this business, it's truly about timing and leverage. So we have all of that. Who's shining that bright light on me? So, all right. So, do we need that bright light? Yeah. We do? All right. Okay, all right, fine. Okay, so basically, to get more outside of the cycles, we have something called matching bonuses, okay? And this is how the matching bonuses, we have the matching bonuses. It's like this. This is how it works with matching bonuses. You know, how many of you have ever referred someone to a job before? Show of hands. You refer, say, you know what, you're so talented, let me send you to this job. And I want you to picture this. If you refer someone to a job, and you know, hopefully at that job they get a salary, right? So let's say if you make $5,000 a month. What if the person that the boss of that person you refer to says, you know what, thank you for sending me a good staff. Whatever he makes in a monthly salary, I'm gonna give you a cut for referring them. I'm going to give you maybe a 20% match of this person's salary. How many of you refer all day long? Now it gets better. So let's say if you refer John to this company, and John did really well as a reward, the owner says, you know what, Linda, I'm going to give you 20% of John's salary. Now John also has some family member that want to find a job, and John shared the job with Mary. And Mary gets paid about $4,000 a month. Well, the company owner says, you know what? Wow, John's doing really good and Mary's doing really good. I'm really happy. Well, Linda, thank you for sending John. Now John brought somebody. I'm also going to give you a match of Mary's salary. How's that for a concept? And Mary go out and share with other people and other people. So that's what's called the levels of referrals, okay? So as you build this business, there's a way for you to get what's called 7 levels of matching bonus, okay? So the matching bonus, you can match anywhere between level 1 to level 7. And I'm gonna explain that, okay? Now, number 5 way to get paid is what we call the leadership bonus, okay? What the company does is that besides on rewarding on your own effort as well as leverage effort, the company, because we're a global platform, the company wants to put aside a percentage of the company commissionable volume to reward those leaders that go travel around the world and go build. You don't have to travel around the world, but when you achieve certain ranks, you will have you can participate in what we call our leadership global bonus. The leadership global bonus is how many percent? 3. So leadership global bonus. And that's 3%, okay? So what the company does is that it takes 3% of a global sales volume and it puts in the pool. The people that have achieved the rank of 4 stars and above, you are able to share, to participate, and get a piece of the pie globally. Now, obviously, we're a very small company where, Daniel doesn't want me to tell the number, but I can tell you the first year, we did 65 million, our first year, okay? We're beginning our second year here. So our target is, Dr. Dan talked about, now, is it 8.1 billion people? My goodness. Just 1%. Wouldn't be too bad. He would be happy, so I don't want 1%. I want all 8.1 billion. But my point is, from a number standpoint, I love talking about numbers because numbers don't lie. People will tell you they do certain things and they think they don't do. But numbers is numbers. Numbers is number. Number don't lie. People might twist things a little bit, but just numbers, what you see is what you get. Now, here's the thing. So on the 3% global sale, when you achieve certain ranks, you'll be able to get a piece of the pie globally. Okay? So now, then we have the 6th category, and this category that we will have, it will be permanently available for those people who participated. But for the people that will come on board later on, that option will not be available for them. And this is what we call founders pool, okay? At this moment, everybody here still have the opportunity to participate in what we call the founders pool. What is that? The company have allocated 2% of the global sales volume. They take 2% of global sales volume and they put in a pool. Now, who can participate in that? It's all the people that purchased that pack called Founders Pack. Now, to reward and to acknowledge the people that are founders, the company have allocated only a certain number of founders globally. Once that number is achieved, there won't be any more founder pack. So for us, for example, for us right now in North America, we have just released 30,000 founder pack. Once it's sold, for people in America, that will be a last chance to get it. Okay? So we will only release certain number of founders when we open up a country. For example, Indonesia, now we're officially launching Indonesia, so because we're still within the 30,000, so we will have that. So once that 30,000 sold out, America, no more. Why? Because we were the first wave. Founders really to reward the pioneers, the people that see the opportunity, that seize the opportunity. Once it's sold out, it's no more. It's just the way it is. So for Malaysia, this is your chance to get it, and maybe eventually, soon, 1 year when we open up Malaysia, then they'll release a certain number of founders. But right now, I would suggest this: the minute you bought the Founders Pack, you are eligible to participate. When I say participate, not guarantee getting, you're eligible to participate in the Founders Pool for the life of this company. Okay? And how many shares you get, depending how much sales you get. Okay? So just being, having some customers and having, buying the pack, just having 10 customers, I think, and achieve certain thing, then you will get 1 share. Now the number of shares depends on how many people are participating and how big the sales volumes are, and how much volume you could do. The more sales not you yourself, your whole team does, the more share you will get, okay? So just don't underestimate. And these pools are split every week. So every week you'll get a little founders pool. Like for those of you that are new, you might get $2, $4 every week. It might not seem a whole lot, but wait until you start building and the company gets much bigger, it could be quite substantial. I have seen, we have a group of us have been at a $10 billion company before. We have seen, founders pool as big as $250,000. So it just depends on what you do and what you would do. So the founder pack is still available while we're in this tour. Hopefully, you those of you that are here that are not yet get involved, hopefully you get your founders pack. Okay? What happened to my thing? Oh. Mom, it's all over the place. It is all over the place. It is. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, Patrick. Okay, thank you. Okay, so thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is 6 categories that you can generate income. Again, there's no guarantee of income in any form or shape. But what I could share with you is my experience. A lot of times people go, wow, the team commission is only 100 grand. Well, Kim, we heard stories that you were able to get 2 commas a month. So where did the other 900,000 came from? The other 900,000, where it came from, is helping others to become successful. That came through what's called matching bonuses. So I'm gonna explain that shortly. So I know that Malaysia is known as the capital of compensation plan. I don't know if you know that. Malaysia is known worldwide for network marketing. Just so good at numbers. So here's what I'm gonna do. I know a lot of you have experience, but this is a lot of times in the marketplace, network marketing, like Dr. Chen talked about, Red Sea. There's a lot of great things about it. There's also some bad molecules in there. So what if we take the good things from this Red Sea, but created something brand new in the blue ocean? So that's what we have in our compensation plan. So allow me to kind of go over a little history of what that is, okay? Now, in network marketing in the past, most companies, they do what's called unilateral plan. Let me explain to you what unilateral is. This is really it's like a PhD course, but I'm trying to break it down to elementary school level, okay? Now, so most companies, okay, this is you. This is a business like anything else. Most people cannot fathom the idea. How did a housewife, start a business at home, but able to generate, to have the kind of $1 billion brand and bring home, 2 commas a month, okay? So this is how it works. Most companies in the past, it's called unit level. That's you yourself, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So as you go out there, just like any corporate chart, right? As you go out there and you share the business with other people, let's say that you share the business with your mom, okay? You share with your brother, and you share with your cousin, and you share with your sister, okay? So as you bring different people, your neighbor, okay? Your, hairstylist, okay? So as you bring people into the business, who is overriding all their sales? Who is? You. Now, mom and your brother when they start building, do they benefit one another? No, they don't. Who benefits? You. Because you are the sponsor of, this is called a tree. This is called unit level, like this, okay? Now, what we have done, and so this is known as level 1, okay? And you are the sponsor, you sponsor them, that's called level 1. It's like an organizational chart. You have a CEO, you have senior senior VP, maybe VP, and then middle management, and then staff, right? So except the people at the very bottom of the organizational chart, you have never had a chance to go to be a CEO, very rare, right? But here, everybody have the opportunity to be the CEO of their own company, depending on what you will build. So this is really, really a disruptive way of looking at business. So this is what we have done. This is unit level, right? So in the history of this industry, they say you build wide, you go wide for cash, and you build deep for security. So what we have done with the blue ocean was that, we love this, but we wanted to create synergy for people to work together. So what we have done is that we have taken this unit level thing and we broke it down into 2 teams. Instead of having team 1, team 3, team 4, and so on and so forth, only you benefit, what we have done is that we have broken it down to 2 teams. The same thing here, we have taken that you, but then we have only 2 teams, okay? Now, this is where timing and positioning comes in. So let's just say that if you come in, you're going to put the same thing. We're going to put the same people here. Mama, come here. Mom. And then, now, you're going to sponsor more people, right? So as you sponsor more people, you will put it right here. That's how you put your brother here. Okay? Then you put your cousin here. Okay? Then over here, I forgot what I wrote. I don't know what the other person is. Neighbor? No. Before neighbor, what is that? Sister. Sister. Okay, we'll put sister here too. Okay? Sister here. Okay? You put your family on one side. Then you put your neighbor, okay? You put your hairstylist, whoever you come to meet. Now, interestingly, this is called your level 1, right? Well, guess who sponsors all these people? It's still you. So as you are the sponsor, you're going to sponsor them, you sponsor them, you sponsor them, you sponsor them, and you sponsor them. So these are in our system, they are also known as your level 1. No matter how deep it is today, if I were to let's say today there was hundreds of thousands of people, if I were to sponsor another person, even though I put it way over there, it is still my level 1, okay? So talk about synergy now. Now, because I sponsor mom, now and then I sponsor brother. As brother, cousin, sister started to build their business, guess what's happening to mama? Mom gets override. So mom now has a vested interest to work with brother. Brother has a vested interest to work with cousin, with sister. Because their business are all tied together. As people buy product, as people buy packages, as people loving the product, as we expand more and more products to consume the product, all these volume. Remember I talked about CV, every product, every package, every product comes with a point system, like travel, like air frequent mile, or credit card. When you swipe a credit card, there's points, right? Well, in our system, those points turn into cycles, turn into commissions, okay? So now, they have a vested interest to work with one another because mom gets volume from here, mom gets volume from here, mom gets volume from here. Mom gets volume, no matter how deep it goes, mom gets volume down infinitely deep. The last time I checked, infinity is quite deep. Okay? So it just, no matter how deep it goes, the computer tracks it and rolls up to you. Rolls up to person above. Okay? Now, all these are still your level 1. Here, everybody's level 1 only to you. Nobody has the vested interest to help one another. Here, everybody has a vested interest to help one another. Are you with me so far? Okay. So over here, you have your neighbor, your people that you meet, and guess what? It's timing. If you want to sponsor your neighbor, you put it right here. The next person you're going to sponsor, you say you're going to build this team. This is what we call left and right. Okay. Left side of the team. How do you know what's left and what's right? It's when you look at the screen, left and right. Okay. So left side of the team and the right side of the team. So if you sponsor your neighbor, now your neighbor might not know your hairstylist, but when hairstylists start building a business, neighbor gets all the overrides. I'll tell this example, and this happened to me, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. I was doing a meeting like this, less people in Indonesia. That was our very first meeting. And I had a translator, I was doing a meeting. And so the minute when this binary comp plan came out, people were getting up and I literally watched people getting up and they were leaving the room. And I looked at the translator, I said, you know what, either you do a horrible job or me, because they're leaving. And so when we're done with the meeting, I left the meeting room, and next to the meeting room was a computer room, with glass from door from ceiling to floor. And I passed by all the people that left, they were next door. Because back in those days, it was like those mainframe, those big computers, right? And they would have credit cards, and people were manning their space. They're like, nobody's cutting my lane. So they stood there to make sure that they get into the system. Because they want to catch the people that were in the room, they want to make sure they get enrolled before the rest of the people get enrolled. Are you guys with me so far? So when your sponsor calls you and say, you know what, you want to get involved. You want to be the first batch of people in Malaysia or in anywhere else that we're promoting to be in the forefront. Now that you know the product is solid, the company is solid, the leadership is solid, you want to be the first group of people because you want to get that as the main population, 8.1 billion people coming in, you want to make sure that you leverage that. Okay? All right, now, so how do we make money and the team commission? Allow me to explain that. Okay? So are you clear? So we basically take the unit level and break it down to 2 teams, binary. Okay? And so, for example, like in the front row, we have 5 people and 6 people here. These 5, 6 people, let's say that they're the ones that whoever that is, I sponsor, okay? Now, all these people, I have 11 people that I sponsor. But guess what? I can only pick the first 2 to be the first spot. So, and how do I pick? Whoever comes first. First come first. Let's say that Dr. Fred said, Kim, I like you, I trust you, I'm coming first. So Dr. Fred comes in, then the other, Tina, Frida, Gary, well, Dr. Dan, you're the chief, okay? So, all right. So the rest of the group, I have no choice but to put it underneath Dr. Fred. So over here, let's say Caroline says, you know what? I'm a business person. I don't know what it is yet, but you know what? No harm done because I love the product. I'm going to use the product anyway. So I'm going to come in. So Caroline comes in, then Dr. Lena, Linda, the rest of the crew. When she comes in, she took my first spot already. Let's just say that she took the first spot. The rest of the people, Dr. Lena, Linda, I will have to put it right here. Well, guess what? Caroline might not know Dr. Lena, but she will learn to love Dr. Lena and love to love Linda, because she will have an opportunity to override all that. Okay? So this is why it's in a binary world. See, we saw what's good about this. We also saw the weakness. So we want to be in the blue ocean. So therefore, we put it into what's called a binary. Binary means two. Two, but you can sponsor a lot more than 2 people if you wish to. Okay? So this is how it works. Anytime, so there's 2 teams, right? Anytime this whole entire team generates 300 in volume, and this entire side generates 600 in volume. No matter how deep, no matter what country, okay? There's no geographic boundary in this platform. You know, you might know somebody that knows somebody in Malaysia, know somebody in Canada, wherever that might be. So the system will track all the points, and it will accumulate that. So whenever you have 300 and 600, it's like playing bingo. You know, Americans like to play bingo. So 300 and 600, boom, bingo. You get a cycle. Now Chinese, how many of you play mahjong? mahjong, 谁打麻将 ？My daddy， 我爸爸97岁，我常常要小我打麻将。我在做 Zoom 的时候打麻将，碰 you know. So 打麻将 mahjong, we call it 碰 right? So 300 300分600分碰就会产生一个碰 ，OK？ 这些分数 it doesn't matter who brought in the business, it doesn't matter who makes a sale, who brought in the business. And the beauty, remember Samson talk about, I don't know who talk about, it's open 24 hours. Your website is open 24 hours. It's with global time zone. So when somebody buys something, purchase something, sell something, boom, 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 okay? It's called a cycle. So the cycle normally is $35. But we also the company also wanted you to get customers. So when you have 10 customers, I'll explain that shortly. But when you have 300, 600, you can get a $35 cycle. Or when you have 10 customers, 10 loyal people that buys a product every month, then you will get $45 per cycle rather than 35. Okay? So the maximum, what's the maximum cycle you can cycle every month, every week, every month, every week? 600. Okay. So so maximum is 500 cycles. Normally, the ordinary world is 500. But when you step into the extraordinary world, you can get 600, okay? And that's what we call Happy 10. So without getting too complicated, so let's just make it very simple. When you have 500 cycles a week times $35, how much is that? Huh? It's not a trick question. You get a calculator. That's a week, right? Times 4 is how much? $70,000 a month. Remember I said the cycles from 70K up to 108,000. Now how do you get 108,000? It's what we call Happy 10. When you have 10 customers or 10 people that are on auto ship every month, your cycle is no longer $35. It's now $40. You get a pay raise. It's $45. And also you will be able to get, as you work the plan, you're going to get 600 cycles rather than 500 cycles. So what is 600 cycles times $45? 600 times $45, you know? A week, okay? Times 4, how much is that? See, I just remember the number. Now I'm breaking down the detail. Okay, so 108,000 a month, passive residual income. Now, does it happen overnight? No. It takes effort, it takes time. How many of you have your own business here? Show hands. I know that last night I met with some business people. I know that Sui, for example, his brother is here. He's a real estate developer. I'm sure when you develop an apartment condominium, it takes you years, right? Buy the land, get approval, and then, dig the foundation, start building it up. So it takes time. Same thing right here. But this time is different because you are not doing it all by yourself. This business truly, you get a leverage of other people's effort. And for those of you that are willing to lead, you're actually going to get matching bonus from that. I'm going to explain that. So, this is called cycle. Now, what I want to share with is this. This is beautiful for as long as you consume the product. Let's say that how all the points people get asked, well, all these points have accumulated, what happened to them? The only things you have to do is that you have to buy, if you want to keep those points, you have to stay in what's called a smart auto ship, or you buy one product a month. Now, I consume so many boxes of Eternal myself a month. But that one box of Eternals, how many CV is that? The point is what? 60 CV, right? So the maintenance to keep it active is 60 CV a month. Your points will forever be accumulated. There's no flushing. It just stays there. So I'm gonna illustrate an example of what a passive residual income can be. Okay. So here how it comes. Okay. Let's say for example, this is you. Okay. Now, let me kind of explain this for. Let me do this. You, okay? Now you have two sides of your business, right? You have a left side, left team, and right team. Okay? And then as you sponsor people or they sponsor people in your business all over, okay? All over, I don't know, wherever in the world, okay? And let's just say that when your business is built, okay? Let's just say that you have over time, not immediately, you have 2,000 people on one side of your team. The other side, you have 1,000 people, okay? Let's just say that it took you, I don't know, 3 years to build. That the 2,000 people is not by yourself. Your team together, you have 1,000 people and 2,000 people. And let's just say, okay, at that moment you say, okay, I want to stop. But all these people, let's just assume that no longer are bringing in new business. They stop. They go, okay, I just want to retire and enjoy the product. So when you have 1,000 consumers on one side, 2,000 consumers on the other side, let's just say that you just buy every month one box of Eternal a month. But before I say that, let me ask this question. Well, let's just say that, okay. So let's just say that they buy one box, all 1,000 people, they only consume one box of Eternal. How many CVs in one box of Eternal? 60, right? So you have now 60,000 on one side. You know what's up? 120,000 CV on the other side, right? So if they buy one box of Eternal a month, now you have 120 CV and 60,000 CV. How many CV you have decided to do bingo? 900, 300, and 600, right? So you divide this by 300, you divide this by 600. How many cycles will you generate a month? 200 cycles, okay? So assuming you're gonna have 10 customers already established. So 200 times $45, how much is that?
9,000.
That's 9,000 a month in passive residual income. Nobody's building. They just buy one box of Eternal. Now, how many of you, your family, consumes Eternal, Purify, Collagen, Immune? How many consume all of that? Well, if you add all of this, one of each product a month, how many CVs all 6 products? It's 300 something, right? Anybody know? Okay, let's calculate. No, more than that. 我们全部6个产品加起来 of the Chinese group is really good numbers. Okay, 中国伙伴们啊，我们六个产品全部加起来有多少 CV?
215.
215. Oh, well, let it is. 215. Okay, so let's just say that every month, instead of them consuming one box of Eternal, they consume each family, 1,000 family here, 2,000 family there, they consume only one of each product a month. So that's 215, right? So you do the math. So 1,000 times 215 CV. That's 215,000 CV, correct?
Yeah.
2,000 here times 215, and you do the math. Because it's 1/3, 2/3. So what is 215 divided by 300?
716.
Huh? 716? Well, you maxed out already. You maxed out already, because it's a month. No, you haven't maxed out. Okay, no, we're good. Okay. 716 cycles times $45, how much is that?
32,200.
32,200 a month. If you have 1,000 people that are consuming the product every month, one of each product, that's 32,000 a month in residual income. What if some families consumes like me? I do about 2 or 3 boxes of Eternal a month myself. What about my dad, my son? You know what I'm saying? You just add all the numbers to yourself. There's no guarantee. I'm just showing you possibility. Well, what if you don't have 1,000 people? You have 2,000 people here. You have 3,000 or 4,000 people here. The numbers changes. You plug in whatever number excites you. In the beginning, when I was working my dream, making my plan, calculating what I can do with this. So when I plug in a number, I plug in a number that makes me, that excites me. I get the number in, I say, okay, that's the goal I'm working towards too. So my number might not excite you. You might have a whole different number than I do. Maybe my number is too big. I don't know. Make a number that you know what? It's palatable. I can taste it. I can work it. Trust me, when you get to 100 people and 300, you go, no, I could do a little bit more. And then you go expand as you go. Okay? So that's what we call the team commission. If you were to tell me to get 1,000 customer, I probably owe it gray before we get 1,000 customer. But I had the opportunity to override thousands of customer and consumer because I found a few good people, and a few good people found a few good people, and they found a few good people, and that's how it expanded. Would you not agree with me? In any business, timing is very important. In real estate, location is ultra important. In real estate, it's location, location, location. Business, timing, timing, timing. You get in front of a trend, you get in front of an opportunity right in the very beginning, that's timing. So I have the perfect location, especially in the tree, okay? All right, so is it making sense to you guys so far? So that's team commission. Now let's talk about matching bonuses. And to get matching bonuses, allow me to say this. How many of you are 1 star in the audience? 1 star. 1 star brand ambassador. Can you raise your hand? 1 star. 1星的伙伴们举手一下。1星，可以1、2个。2 star 2星举手一下。Okay. 3 star 举手一下。3 star. Wow, we have a lot of 3 star here. Excellent. Okay. So when you're 1 star, you get 1 level matching. When you're 2 star, you get two level matching. 3 star, 3 level matching, and so on and so forth. So the match goes with the number of stars, that is, okay? Now, let me kind of explain this to you, okay? Let's say how the matching works. Let's say that you are right here, okay? You went out there and you sponsor me. How many people wouldn't mind sponsoring me? It's not me, that's good. It's a team that I brought in there, really good, okay? So let's say that I went out there and I sponsor Samson. Okay? Now, you don't know Samson, but you say, Samson, you handsome looking dude. Thank you, you're my level 2, okay? So you sponsor me, I am your L1, right? I sponsor Samson, Samson's your L2, okay? So the Samson goes out there and sponsors Patrick. How many of you wouldn't mind sponsoring Samson in your organization? That's your L3, okay? Now over here, you get some people here, they're on the product, they're not really moving, okay? So in most of the binary, most people didn't like binary is because it's something called an elephant leg or runaway leg. And Malaysians will know this, okay? So an elephant leg means one leg became so big. If you brought me the business and I brought the giant Samson and Patrick in the business, this leg will become very strong. And over here, you get some customers that are struggling, they're not sure, they're not moving yet. In most compensation plan, you will not make money. Because you've got to have certain ways to make money. Well, in our compensation plan, we saw the weakness in the binary world. So we want to change that. We want to go to the blue ocean, okay? So what we have done is this. Let's just say that this group is generating, let's say, hundreds of thousands of volume a month, commissionable volume a month. This group, not yet, not quite yet, they're only consuming the product, they're using the product. So when you don't have 300, 600, you cannot cycle. Understood? So when you have a lot of volume, even though you have a lot of volume here, it will continue to bank as long as you're doing your 60 CV. And so in order for you to cycle, you could have 10 million, 100 million volume here. If you have no new business, 300 volume coming in, you cannot cycle. However, you could still make money. And let me explain to you how that works. So when you become a 1 star, that everything I do, when I get cycle, you get a 20% of my check. Just like the story I shared with you earlier, you refer John to the business, to the job. They do well, the boss will pay you 20% of John's check. Okay? So when I do well, let's say that if I was making 100,000, to for ease of calculation, if I was making 100,000, you match the team commission, the cycles. So if I was, let's say I was making 100,000, for ease of calculation, I was making 100,000 a month, okay? A lot more, but okay, right here, okay. So if I'm making 100,000 a month, you will match 20% of my check, okay? Now you will have the, when you do the happy 10, you actually match 30%, not 20. But I'm just gonna keeping it, tight. So let's just say that I do 100 grand, you match 20%. Now, I brought Samson, but you don't know Samson. But if you're a 2-star, Samson maxes out, let's just say Samson makes 100 grand, you get 15% of Samson's check. Samson brings Patrick maxes out, that's your level 3. If you're a 3-star director, you get 10% of Patrick's check. So when you're a 3-star, you only match 3 levels of sponsorship, okay? Is this clear so far, okay? When you're a 4-star, then you match 4, the 4 level of leadership, and 5-star, 6-star, 7-star, so on and so forth, okay? So even though you're not cycling, remember the multiple ways of making money? So even though you're not earning team commission, but you can make the other kind of commission when you're 1-star, 2-star, and 3 stars, okay? So these are called matching bonuses. Well, what happened? Let's just say that you are banking a lot of volumes, but you are not yet cycling. That's okay. It's like the bank volume is money in the bank. In order for you to eat that up, go to work. Go sponsor some people. It's not what you will do. You say you brought somebody here, you brought somebody that brought Heping to the business. You might not know Heping because Heping might be your level 2, level 3. But you will love Heping because Heping will build his business that will help you cycle. So these big volume are huge. Now they have a promotion, they call it Power Up promotion. Those Power Up, when you buy their package, you get the product anyway, but the points will forever be kept on your bigger site as bank volume. And the beauty of those Power Up volume have no expiration. Even though you are not on auto ship or you don't buy every month, those points are remaining there. Okay? So this is how we're disrupting this industry. That as long as you're on auto ship, the point will forever accumulate. Okay? And even though this side you sponsor a few people, they're not working, but the rank, I want to share about the rank. Once you achieve 1 star, it's good for 1 year. Let me explain this to you. A lot of people, a lot of companies say, you know what? Once you achieve a rank, in order for you to get matching bonus, you have to do a certain quota. A lot of times in this industry, what kept people from continuing in this industry, because most people are part-time in the beginning. They're like, I have the people and I have to do quota for me to get paid. People don't like that. So what we have done is that there's no quota. Once you achieve 1 time a 1 star, you will have the 1 star earning rank for the entire 12 months, for the entire year. You achieve 2 star, entire year. 3 star, entire year. And then because the people that you brought in, you cannot force them to do the work. You can't, because they might have different agenda, different program in their lives. So they might not want to work it. But as long as you are qualified as 3 star, you will get to match 3 level for the entire year. Now after the 12 months, all you have to do is make sure that you have all the people that renew their membership. The renewal membership is how much? $30 a year, big deal, right? So this is really, so I'm going to, because we have the size of this group here, I'm going to go over all that. And then for those of you who have more questions, make sure that we can sit down during the whole expedition. We'll explain more to you. So that's a match. Now, have you heard about something called exponential growth? The tip of the iceberg. How does that go? Okay. Okay. That's my attempt to be an artist. Okay. Now, imagine this is an iceberg. What you see above, this is water, by the way. What you see above water is only here. The majority, as you build your organization, is below water. It's something also known as exponential growth. What do I mean by that? When you build your organization, the deeper it goes, the bigger the base it gets. Okay? So how our comp plan works is this. On level 1, is 20 to 30% on matching. Level 2 is 15%, right? Level 3 is 10%. Level 4 all the way to 7 on each level is 5%. Now people say, why 5%? Why is it less here? Because when you go below the base, exponential growth, the deeper it gets, the bigger it is. So 5% you get to match more people. I literally, my years of experience in this space, I literally watch people's income jump 10 grand a week when they achieve a rank. So let's just say you're a 3-star. As you work it, you become a 4-star. Because you're 4-star, you match 4 level. Because at 4 level, you will have more people. What do I mean by that? This is called exponential growth, okay? Let's say this is you, tip of the iceberg, this is you, okay? If you sponsor 3 people, let's just say 3 people sponsor also 3 people. What is 3 times 3? 9. And those 3 people times 3, 27, 81, 243, right? Or something like that, 720, whatever, 729, 2187, so on and so forth. So the deeper exponential growth, the deeper it gets, the more it is. So that's why the 5% is on level 4, 5, 6, and 7. Because when you get so big, and literally, I mean, every time somebody up a rank, I watch an income jump 5 grand, 10 grand. That's just the nature, especially when you develop a healthy organization. Okay? So these are matching bonuses. So what I like to do, and then the leadership bonus, same thing. When you become a 4-star, now every week you get to share, participate the 3% of global sales. If you're a founder, every week you have the opportunity to participate in the founder pool. Okay? I mean, once you understand this comp plan, you'll really sleep. For the details, you can go to your website, your back office, and download the PDF, and you can read all the details yourself. But this is the overall thing I want to share with you is this. Because we have built a $10 billion company, I know what it feels like to come into one-on-one, and 2-on-1s, and 3-on-1 in a small group. Don't underestimate that power, because you have no idea who that elephant person is that come in. You have no idea what kind of hunger they have in the pit. You have no idea. I know that, yeah, I think it was in Hong Kong that was. There's a gentleman named Michael. Michael said, I'm Michael from Thailand. When you think of Thailand, you think of Michael. Where is Michael? Michael's right there. You have no idea their hunger, their desire to achieve something. I mean, only they know. When you sponsor someone, they will like, watch me go do this. It's a different thing for different people. I mean, I do hope that you really, really giving yourself the opportunity to really learn this. This could be the biggest thing you will ever encounter. I mean, now, if you're a big businessman, you have a gazillion dollars in your bank, you can leverage your money to build business, that's one thing. But for the average masses, this could be, what kept most entrepreneurs from starting their own business is capital. And yet, this is an average person's best chance. Why did we come back to work? We were average. But we went to work, we became a little bit above average. But with the experience and knowledge that we gained from this space, we want to do it right and come back and do it one more time. Because there are many quote-unquote average people wanting a chance. With the inflation happening in Malaysia, 1% a month. Can you imagine 1% a month in inflation here in Malaysia? People want a job. How can you keep up? Some people go, well, now I have to get my second job. Now I have to get my third job. That's better. There's a better way to life. And I do hope that you see something right here. And one more time, there's no guaranteed income. We have people in this space making anywhere between 0. 0 means what? Donuts. Nothing. Losing. Nothing. Okay? 2, I don't know how to calculate. A lot of money a month. Okay? So not quite where we used to be because we were a $1 billion company, but it's not bad for our first year. The money that we're blessed to make in this space, even now, what we make a week is people's entire annual salary. It takes a lot of work. The reason I don't know because I don't check. I mean, we're so busy, but this is no longer a project of money for me. For many of us here. Many of us, Hubby, Leah, many of us, the Timmons, they're in their 70. I'm almost 60. But truly, it's about coming in a time like this. During the last couple of years, witnessing what happened with some of the side effects and some of the damages that took place the last couple of years, I was truly hoping and praying for a line of products that will help mitigate some of the damage that have been done the last couple of years. And the first product that Dr. Dan, when I first met Dr. Dan, and I really truly was, remember the video, some of you saw the video, I was hiking on my backyard with thousands of trees. When I was hiking there, I was praying for a line of product to help mitigate some of the damage that took place the last couple of years. And my first meeting with Dr. Dan, the first product he showed me that he wanted to use, the most important product, was Purify. And that was like answer to my prayer. I was like, how do we detoxify, get the toxins out of our body? And so there's really a spiritual alignment right here in this platform of 3. That's why we're able to attract people from all walks of life. It's like this. Imagine this. For those of you that believe in we have lived here more than one lifetime. For those who believe that, it's like, remember this. We were up in the higher realm. We're like, hey, we look down on, oh my goodness, with the information and knowledge we gain over here, there's a lot of work that needs to be done on earth. Guys, let's go down, let's do some work. And a group of volunteers say, yeah, let's go. Boom. We came down here, we're like trapped in this physical capsule. We're like, oh my God, what you brought me down here to do? Somehow, we've forgotten why we came here to do. But as a group of us are coming together, that says, there's a sense of remembering our purpose. There's a sense of remembrance. So we chose to come down in a time like this. Yes, the last couple of years was tough. Yes, the last couple of years we have lost loved ones. Yes, the last couple of years we have lots of things are shifting in this industry. But don't forget, we chose to come to a point on earth in this time frame that we're living in the circumstances happening to humanity. We had chosen to come down in a time like this. And I'm so grateful that all the beautiful souls that are here, that for you remembering your calling, for you remembering your purpose. That's how we're able to align all these incredible beings here. We have medical doctors, business people, housewives, energy practitioners, spiritual healers, people from literally all walks of life that would have never got involved. But because of time like this, that they chose to be involved. And I'm truly grateful. Not only are they involved, that they want to make a difference. Many people in the past want to make a dollar, want to make money. It's good to make money, but it's better to make money and to be able to make an impact to humanity. Never ever underestimate who you are. When I started out this project, it was a calling. You saw the video. I sat with a few chairs in my backyard. There was nobody. There's no name of the company, no product, nothing. I just had this vision of wanting to do something. And I remember I said, my son says, Mom, there's nobody. Why don't you put somebody in the seat? There's nobody in the chair. I said, son, Mom is setting it up. People will come. How do you watch a movie? You build a field? Is that what the field? You build it and they will come. Literally, I said, Mom, why don't only me sit here? These chairs are welcoming masters that will come from all over the world. And truly they have. Look at today. What day is today? Malaysia. Wednesday. A Wednesday afternoon. Those of you in the front, I want you to stand up. Stand up. Those in the front, stand up and look around the room. Stand room only on a Wednesday workday. Give a big round of applause. People came here to learn, to grow, and to make a difference. They are standing the entire 2 hours on the side. I want to give each and every single one of you a big gratitude. As a fellow human being to a human being. We chose to work. We chose to come back and work. It's not easy to plan a trip, a 4-country, 4-territory tour like this. It's not only for myself. There's 140 people coming from different countries. They want to experience what it feels like to be a global entrepreneur. They want to experience what it feels like to make an impact. They want to go and explore what to tap into deeper human potential needs. That's why I chose to come back and work. I could have, stay home and hike all day long and do nothing, meditate, gong, and play my gong and do all my meditative yoga and all that stuff. But I knew my work is not done on earth. And so we're going to complete that. And I thank you once again for showing up, all of you, and gracing us with your presence. So we look forward to our sightseeing and enjoying amongst incredible friendships and entrepreneurs from all over the world. And I look forward to coming back to Malaysia. Malaysia, boleh!